Alright, so the first IG story idea, I named it Connect the Dots. It's pretty similar to the one that I did in my previous video named Box Letters. And I'm just going to be writing the letters individually and boxing them around. So I'm just moving them around, and the word that I'm writing is happy. The color that I'm choosing is something in the actual image. I feel like it looks a lot more cohesive that way. So I'm just using the font Classic, which is the first option that IG story gives you, moving the letters around. And now just connecting the letters together by drawing lines for each box. I started doing it with white, but I feel like it looks a lot better with the color of the actual box. And then I went ahead and wrote the day of the week, which was Friday. I get a lot of questions asked as to what do I use to write or draw on my phone, and anything that you guys see drawn or written on my phone, I do it myself with my fingers. I just write over and over again until I like how it looks. But you can also buy a stylus on Amazon and it's going to make it a lot easier for you. So I went ahead and also drew Friday again with the highlighter pen and then drew some dots around it. Now for this one, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to make lines, but I am going to be doing a foggy background, which I don't understand why you guys have such a hard time making the foggy background. It's basically using the highlighter pen. So just make sure you use the highlighter pen and leave your finger pressed for a really long time. But now to make a straight line or dotted line, all I do is use the minus button or underscore and just basically type it a bunch of times, copy and paste it. Each font is going to give you a different look. So for this one, I'm using Modern, and that's what it looks like. Now for this one, I'm just writing editing and then finding my preference of GIFs or GIFs, whatever you guys want to call it, and putting them around the actual word. This one is really simple, but I feel like it adds a really nice touch. So I'm just starting off by choosing a color from the actual image and then just drawing whichever object. I decided to make some stars all around the actual border, and then changing up the color to white to give it some dimension. And yeah, as you can tell, I again draw it over and over again until I like how it looks. Doesn't have to be perfect, but what can I say? Now this one has to be one of my favorites, and it is to make a border of any image or video. And the first thing you do is make a solid background. Again, what you do is you take whichever drawing pen. For this one, I'm using the solid one, and then just leaving my finger pressed on the screen really hard, and it's supposed to give you that solid color. And then now to make the border, I'm just basically drawing whichever shape around as my border and then deleting the center or erasing the center. And then to make it stand out, I'm just going to be taking the smallest size of the drawing tool, changing the color to white, and drawing around the border. So then I went ahead and wrote catching in script with my finger and also wrote sunsets underneath. And I decided to change the font to bold and then do the ombre effect, which I showed you guys in my previous video that I'll be linking down below. I did get a few comments saying that it was hard to recreate the ombre effect, but with practice you'll definitely get it. You just need to move both fingers at the same time simultaneously and changing the color that way. But I actually decided to change the font to the neon because I felt like it went better, and then got a sunset GIF. Idea number 5 is another one that's pretty simple but adds a really nice touch, which is just drawing lines. I went ahead and chose the highlighter pen and then just chose a color from the actual image and drew some lines in the corners of the video. And then to make it a little bit more fun, I decided to double the text. So I wrote "Take Me Out" and wrote it in classic and then wrote it again in neon. following text I wrote to the ball game. Get it? Take me out to the ball game, baseball game, whatever. So I changed up the text to a different one, and then I actually changed up the word ball into an actual GIF, and I feel like that's a fun way for you to spice up your text. Number 6, I wanted to give you guys different ideas on how to share your new post. So I'm just going to take the dropper, choose a color from the actual image, and press on the screen so it should give you a solid color. Then I'm just going to take this bracket or line, place it on top of the image, making it bigger, and then I'm just going to change the color to the background so it could blend in nicely. And there you have it. You're kind of sort of hiding the picture, but you can still see it. And then lastly, I'm just going to take some GIFs and make it a little nicer. Number 7 is one of my favorites, and I actually learned it from a girl here on YouTube named RJ Kerr. She also makes IG story videos, which I'll be linking down below for you guys. But this one honestly blew my mind away, and it is how to add a background to your new post. So what I do is I go on Pinterest and find whichever background I like. I actually have a Pinterest page that you guys can go and follow with a bunch of boards, some quotes, apartment decorations, my favorite backgrounds. So you guys can go and follow it and actually find whichever background you want from my board. But I'm going to go ahead and save whichever one. And then the app that I use to make the transparent is PicMonkey. There are different apps that you can use, but this one in particular, I use it for everything. So I'm going to be using the bottom right where it says cutout, if you can see there, and then go to manual, which is the second option to the left bottom, and then with the erase option, just draw a circle in the middle, and there you have it, a transparent image. So I go and save it, go to my camera roll and copy the image. And then I go back to Instagram and either paste it, or this little thing should pop up saying add sticker, and then I make it as big as I want. And then just simply tap on the actual image in the background, which is the new post, and it should come right up. So magic. I honestly love this. So now I'm just going to decorate it as I want. But yeah, that's how you guys make a background to your new post. Number 8 is how to make your own collage just using Insta stories. So this is the image or photo that I'm going to use, and then I go to my camera roll and copy the image and either paste it or add sticker. The add sticker either pops up on its own if you just let it be. If not, you can just simply paste the image to your background. And then I just go back and get another photo, copy that, and paste it again. Now this story in particular was for food, so I'm just going to write tuna on one side and then sushi on the other. I actually started writing it with the color of the same background, so I went ahead and changed it, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then I just went ahead and got a GIF. Number 9 is pretty simple, but it's basically how to make your GIF stand out a little more. I posted this cleaning brushes video on my IG stories and many of you guys were asking. So I'm just going to write cleaning and place that there, and then my brushes underneath. Then I'm just going to find whichever GIFs I want to use. I'm using these little water drops and placing them in the corner. And then to make them stand out a little more, I'm just going to get the dropper and use the same background and draw around the actual GIFs. Number 10 is using dotted lines for letters. It's pretty similar to the very first one I used. So I'm just going to write flowers, choose the color, and then just place them around. And then with the pen, I'm just going to draw a swirly line around each letter. And then with the eraser, I'm going to draw some lines to make that dotted effect. Alright, so that was pretty much it for my IG story ideas part 2. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite out of all of them. I'll be linking part 1 if you haven't checked it out in the description, so make sure to check that out. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already for more inspo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, bye!